All right, guys. Hey, it's me. Let me mount this. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, I don't edit my videos. There are no timestamps. There's no citing of my sources. It's just me chatting about whatever's on my mind. So if you're into that, subscribe. I wanted to make this video because I've come to a realization about something with my ADHD when it comes to my ADHD. Something that maybe you already knew, okay, but I don't know why it took me this long to really get it. Right, so I have ADHD. I've had it my whole life. I was diagnosed in college thanks to a professor, God bless her, wherever she is now. Who saw that I was doing really poorly in her super easy class. And she recognized the symptoms. And I think I have no idea if I would be diagnosed by now if not for her. So I so appreciate her. So struggling with ADHD, right? You try the different medications, you play medication roulette, and then depression, deal with depression. I'm in a point in my life now where we can get some things going. We can start experimenting. We can start putting pieces together. And one thing they tell you about ADHD is you lack dopamine. That's something that they say. They, as in like whatever. You just keep hearing it. You lack dopamine. You need more dopamine. Take these stimulants so you can get more dopamine. I don't know why it took forever for it to click to me, but the idea is your brain lacks this amount of dopamine that everybody else's brain has. The dopamine is what will provide you motivation to do things, even boring stuff that you don't want to do, but you need to do. And when you have ADHD, it's lacking. And what you naturally do is you seek the dopamine. I don't know why it's just coming together for me. Okay, leave a comment if you just like, no duh, Yudi, brr. But it's just coming together for me. This dopamine seeking behavior is persistent and consistent. It's the reason why you get to the destination and you remain in the car on your phone. It's the reason why you can't get up out of bed for another 2 hours after you've awoken. It's the reason why something that's supposed to take 20 minutes takes an hour and a half. It's the reason why you feel like the whole day just passed you by and you're not sure what you got done. Because you have been seeking dopamine. Everything is a hunt for dopamine. How did I just randomly pick these colors? It's kind of cute. You have been seeking. You're constantly seeking. Me making this video, instead of going to the grocery store because I ran out of food, dopamine seeking. You're constantly trying to get to a dopamine high. Not just that you're trying to get dopamine, you're trying to get a high. This is the part I realized the other day. It's like, think of a great moment. Think of a great ADHD moment you've had. Like, maybe you were hyper fixated on something. You're Googling, and you find all the answers. That's a great dopamine moment. You started something not important in your life. It's just your ADHD brain was like, I want to know about this thing. And you got to the end of the trail. Hit. It feels so good. And now you're constantly trying to get that again. You're trying to get that same high again. That same brain, intellect, whatever high again. You're constantly trying to feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Like when you wake up and you just don't feel right. You wake up and it's like, I just gotta play this game real quick. I just don't feel right. You just don't feel right. That just don't feel right is the lack of dopamine. Y'all, I'm just realizing this. I know. Maybe if you have ADHD and you're like, I could have told you that, type in the chat, tell us more. Tell me more. Because I'm just now realizing all of the shit, all of the things and habits about me, not all of them, right? Look at my makeup room. Okay, a lot of things. There's, we need help with organization, and we put things down and we forgot about it. That all that stuff remains, but the biggest one that causes me the most pain, because it's affecting my ability to achieve my goals. I'll get on that in a second. It's this dopamine seeking behavior. Constantly seeking it. Child, don't let your ADHD child go to college untreated, because they will wind up in crazy situations. I ended up in crazy situations. Listen, not mad about it because it was a lot of fun. I'll say it was a lot of fun, but, who knows? There's bad people in this world. A lot of things could have turned south. We're just constantly seeking that thrill. We're just constantly seeking. It's why our life expectancy is lower too. You just can't help it. Like, you don't even think about it. You just look like, that sounds fun. That sounds interesting. You're constantly seeking your dopamine high. There is a particular feeling. It's not just you're trying to accumulate dopamine. You're seeking a high. You're seeking a G-spot O. I don't want to say the word and get demonetized. But you know what I mean? You're seeking a completion, a catharsis, if you catch my drift. You're seeking a mental explosion. That's what you're seeking. And you're not going to have that every day. A mental explosion comes like maybe once a month if you're like really diligent with your seeking. I don't know. You're constantly seeking it. I was making a list of goals, like aspirational goals that I actually finally truly believe I'm going to hit. I'll talk about that in a second. I was making a list of goals. One of my goals is to go to Burning Man, but like not struggle. You know what I mean? Like have my own RV, have my own air-conditioned recreational vehicle. Okay. But that's one of my dreams, to go to Burning Man with super cute outfits, with my own RV, and just meet all the people, buy all the, whatever arts that they're selling, dance at all the raves. That's one of my life dreams, my life goals, okay? Hopefully, I can make that happen. I think I can. I think I can make that happen by 2023. I'm so excited, okay? So that's one of my goals, and I was writing that down because, y'all, look, my vision board, this is from 2020, that vision board, or early 2021, okay? When it comes to vision boards, it has to be something I feel. I feel it. Gone are the days where you make a vision board and you just write money, pictures of dollar bills. No, I have to feel it. It has to be something that pulls me. This is, I guess, one of the good things about having ADHD. If you have been blessed, lucky enough to have a profession or career that requires artistic feeling or requires taste. You know what I mean by taste. You know what I mean by taste. Example of taste. I'm sorry. I can't give you an example right now, but you know exactly what I mean by taste. Like, you're able to discern You're able to discern what makes two things that look almost exactly the same. What makes this one obviously superior in a way that other people subconsciously understand, but they don't understand. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I think that's the gift of having ADHD. So if you're lucky enough that you're talented enough or you were able to get into that career, God bless you. Like, I am so jealous of you. But anyway, so obviously Burning Man is definitely an ADHD dopamine activity, right? Brand new environment, completely new wild adventure, aesthetics, meeting new people all the time, seeing visually new things, like constant sensory music, wind, people, dancing. This is ADHD paradise. That's what it sounds like to me. So I was trying to come up with other goals. And mind you, I'm making these goals to motivate me for my short-term goal, which is to transition into a new remote work career that I thought it would take me a month to study this stuff, and it's taking me way, way longer. Why? Because in my day-to-day life, I am constantly doing my dopamine seeking behaviors. I am on my phone for 2 hours at a time playing. Look at the stupid game that I play. Look at the stupid game I play. I played this game called Tower Wars. This game is so dumb. It's so dumb. I am on level 1013. Dumb. But I'm seeking a dopamine hit. And here's why I waste so much of your time. Because I know this game is not going to give me a hit. I know this game won't give me a hit. This game cannot give me a hit. After a certain amount of time, it's kind of like, okay, you're doing the thing with your tongue, but it's not getting me there. So let's just call it a night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I still do it because at least it feels good. It feels good enough for now. And this is what I wanted to change about myself. I wanted to change that. I wanted to stop having this dopamine seeking lifestyle. Dopamine seeking in the mundane, in the useless, right? Like, like cleaning is dopamine seeking for me, but then I make myself overwhelmed because now I'm deep cleaning the entire house and I'm scrubbing the ceiling. But I have been trying to curtail this part of me for the longest time, and now that I understand this is just what it is to have ADHD, you do it without even realizing you're doing it. Like every decision you make is influenced by this dopamine seeking behavior. You don't even know you're doing it. So what I've started doing is I've started having this mantra. I'm just seeking my hit. I'm just seeking a fix. Oh, I'm doing this because I'm seeking a fix. I'm just seeking a fix. I don't know if this mantra works yet. I've just started. But what I'm feeling thus far is that when I use this mantra, it makes me suddenly aware and conscious of what I'm doing. I'm suddenly aware, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at myself more third person-y. Maybe I should start meditating again, because this concept of, there's basically two of yous. There's you right now, like you watching right now and me talking, like this is me, that's you. And then there's this other you. There's this second you that is watching you watch. There's this second you that is watching me talk. Do you get the concept? I know there's a philosophical concept for it somewhere. I'm sure there's a name. I don't know. Super ego? I don't know. Ego, super ego? I don't know. Whatever. But you know what I mean. The second you. Maybe me and her are going to be friends. Maybe as you age, you and your second you become closer and closer together. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's my hope anyway. Because certainly I've seen old people who like lack maturity, and it's just like, this is weird. Why am I half your age and handling this better than you? What the heck? But anyway, I digress. So I'm using this mantra now. It is helpful, right? When I catch myself and I'm like, I'm just seeking a fix, it allows me to consider, maybe there's something else I can do to seek my fix. Like, I need to do the dishes. Maybe the dishes can help me find my fix. This mantra is allowing me to divert my attention away from the BS that doesn't deserve the attention. We're going to keep trying it. I'm going to, of course, report on how things work for me, because that's the whole point of my YouTube channel. So back to goals, right? So now this is a realization about ADHD I've made that is helping me calm down and relax and feel more confident in my ability to achieve goals. So that's why I was like making my aspirational goal list of going to Burning Man, right? But and so as I'm making my aspirational goals, and my partner is not dopamine seeking, okay? There is no part of him that wants to see Burning Man or experience it. But it's like, I'm sorry, babe, I want to go, so you're coming with me. Like, I'm sorry. But as I'm making more goals, let me pull them up. I start realizing all of my goals are dopamine seeking. All of my goals are things that give me that hit. One of my goals is to become like a luxury travel vlogger. You see those pictures, like when you Google travel and you see all those beautiful pictures of the Amazon rainforest and the wispy trees in Bali and all that stuff. I want to do that. That's gonna itch my fix, scratch my itch. For sure. What else were my goals? Yeah, Maldives. Everything is travel. Everything is travel related. Because that's the only way I know how to get my fix. That's the only thing I know how to do to get my fix. So, my point is, I'm learning to accept this part of me, this aspect of me that will never go away. It will never go away. The only way I can foresee it dissipating is if I were to be on some kind of medication that makes my head clear. And if you've taken those kind of medications, or even those supplements, there are supplements that can do that to your head. Actually, some days when I take my ADHD meds, my magic mushroom, my one up chocolate, and when I take my CBD, for like 30 minutes, head completely clear. I don't even know what to do. It's like, I guess I should just study now, but it feels so awkward. It's like, what do you do when there's nothing going on in your head? And then if I was on some kind of medication that's how I felt 24/7, then eventually I would learn. Eventually I would just like start, okay, I'll study. That's just what I need to do. And I don't need to distract myself with having a documentary playing in the background. I'll just study and actually like complete this work. And that's the only way I could foresee this part of me going away. And for now that I am still working towards achieving goals, I wouldn't mind that. But eventually that dopamine seeking part of me is what makes life so juicy. It makes life so juicy for an ADHD person. And we make life juicier for other people. So like your loved ones and your friends Love that about you during times of leisure and recreation, because you make life zesty and juicy and spicy. You know what I mean? Spicy. So I don't want it to go away completely. And there is this concept of just accept, like when you accept it, when you lean in, when there's something about you that you have been trying to change and it's not changing, and then you realize this is just who you are, you lean into it, and suddenly, oh, Walter? Oh, you're back. And suddenly it feels easier. So that is the realization that I've come to right now about that. And I want to share it. I know you've heard it all the time. Dopamine this, dopamine that, but I finally connected the dots. So let me know in the comments if you've connected the dots before already and you've just been holding out on us, or if you feel like you have something to add, or there's something that I've missed. Because this also relates to, like, it's like, have you ever had something that you were interested in or you really liked, but you kept trying to talk yourself out of it? You kept telling yourself, like, oh, I don't need it. Oh, it's actually not that cool. All that stuff. You try to talk yourself away from it. Just lean into it. Just lean into it. Everything just feels so much better. And then you're actually, like, doing what you're meant to do, what you felt. You either get into it or you experience it and, you know what, not for me. And you move on. It's no longer on your mind. You're no longer curious about it. But that same concept, but with your ADHD. That's what I think. If you have nothing else to say, if you don't have anything to say, but you want us to know that you watched to the end, just put the paw print emoji so we'll know that you're here. Thanks for watching. I really do want to know your thoughts and suggestions, recommendations, so I can talk about it in the next video. Until next time, much love, much luck. Peace out.